I stopped my painting today because, well, my medication alarm went off, so that means it's time for food and medication and rest. And that reminded me about some things that are helpful when you're hanging out with the chronically ill, especially when it comes to people with a chronic illness that also comes with like chronic fatigue syndrome, which is a lot. I recently had my mom visit, and it was great to see my mom, of course. I love her so much, but it was really difficult also and exhausting trying to explain that I need rest, or that I can only do a certain amount of things a day. And the most exhausting part of it, which I know comes from a place of love when it comes to family members and friends and everyone that you're hanging out with, it was the constant, are you feeling okay? How are you feeling? If you need to rest, you can. That was the most exhausting part of all of it, because having to continuously say, I'm okay, or I'll rest when I need to, or explain yourself, is exhausting in itself. And it also kind of clicks in your brain back, like, oh yeah, like, I'm tired, or you're reminded of these things. So when you're hanging out with someone who is chronically ill and with chronic fatigue syndrome, if they're doing something, if they're taking a walk, or just hanging out, talking, or painting, or doing whatever with you, they're doing it because at that moment they can. Okay, so don't ask how they're feeling, or if they're okay, or if they need a break. The spoonies, right? Us chronically ill, we know when we need to take a break, and we'll tell you because we have to. Because, we don't have any other option but to say, hey, I need a break, because otherwise we're gonna just fall over. So to continuously keep asking is even more exhausting in itself. And I know that it is from a place of love, and to remind us, yeah, it's okay to take a break. We know this because we have to, and we don't have a choice, and we do this every fucking day, and we deal with this every single day. This is our body. We know when we need to take a break. We know our limits. And yeah, sometimes we'll push past them because we're stubborn or whatever, but we'll pay for it the next day in rest or pain or whatever. But just know that if we're doing something, we're doing it because in that particular moment, we can, and we're feeling good enough to. Don't remind us that, we can't sometimes. Just be there. And then when we say, hey, I'm tired, I need to rest, I need a break, just be like, okay. And grab a book or do your own thing or whatever. So that is pretty much what I wanted to say about that, about hanging out with the chronically ill, disabled, or people with chronic fatigue syndrome. Just hang out with us like we're normal people. You wouldn't keep asking someone, you know, if they're okay, if they're in pain, if they're doing okay, if they need help, whatever, you know. We'll tell you. We'll tell you. We don't need to be reminded. Just, it's good to feel like, you know, a normal person every once in a while and not continuously be reminded of our limitations. So, keep that in mind. One thing I did want to add that I thought was really interesting about this was when Tozy, my dog, first started having seizures. I was incredibly overbearing with her and took her everywhere and was like this overprotective mother, afraid she was gonna have a seizure when I wasn't home and hurt herself or something. And I noticed she kind of changed a little bit, and she had anxiety. It gave her anxiety and like kind of distant. And when I talked to somebody about it, you know, they told me that she just wants to be treated like a normal dog and just play with her and you know, have fun and appreciate her around. Don't act like she's any different. And when I did that, everything changed, and even she felt better and got better. So it's just, I understand the concern and the smothering and the you know, wanting to help and be there for people. But the best thing you can do is just be there with them and encouraging and playful and fun, and be supportive when they do need something.